Hey y'all, Rick Sky here. Welcome back to another Timepieces for Tomorrow video. Now the Omega by Swatch, the MoonSwatch, it has created quite a ruckus. It was released today and the MoonSwatch is already, to my knowledge, already sold out in the Swatch boutiques where it was available for purchase. Now at the time of release today, the MoonSwatch is not available to purchase online. So it begs the question, is Swatch is Swatch going to bring the Omega by Swatch to their online store? Can you purchase it online? Or might Omega make the Omega by Swatch MoonSwatch available on the official Omega website? You know, that's to be seen, but what is certain is that if you look at the gray market, sites like eBay, etc., the MoonSwatch is already selling for a few $100 over MSRP, which is ridiculous. But that just shows the perceived demand of this new wristwatch. Now, at MSRP, it's a good deal. You know, you're getting something that's that imitates the Omega SpeedMaster. It is not an Omega SpeedMaster. So if you're not a watch collector and you're watching this, it is not an Omega SpeedMaster. An Omega SpeedMaster is a mechanical wristwatch, either manually wound or automatic. The Omega by Swatch is a quartz powered, which means battery powered watch in a what they call a BioCeramic case, which is kind of a mixture of ceramic and plastics. So it is not anywhere close to the finishings, not anywhere close to the prestige of an actual Omega SpeedMaster. So don't let those secondary market prices fool you into thinking that it's anywhere close to the quality or prestige of the Omega SpeedMaster. You know, it was intended to be a wristwatch that was just very affordable, something that, you know, kids may want to pick up and enjoy, get addicted to the wristwatch hobby, and hey, hopefully buy an Omega SpeedMaster in the future. But what's happened, just like most anything within the wristwatch community now, something releases, and because of shortage or perceived shortage, it just goes through the roof, often several $100% over MSRP on the secondary market. And this is just another great illustration of why the secondary market is bad for collectors, because the secondary market has inevitably created a flood of wristwatch investors, you know, people that are purchasing wristwatches rather, for the sole purpose of flipping those wristwatches. And I'm not a flipper, but there's tons of flippers out there. You know, people that will wait in a line, people that will try to negotiate a purchase a wristwatch at a discount for the possibility of future price appreciation. You know, people that are holding Rolex, for example. Those watches have gone through the roof because you can't find any stock in a Rolex authorized dealer or a Rolex boutique. So it's interesting to watch this Omega by Swatch MoonSwatch story unfold, because, you know, I might have predicted, you know, maybe 100% or whatever price appreciation on the secondary market, but to see how far it's gone, you know, and look at a site like eBay yourself and see how crazy these prices are for the Omega by Swatch MoonSwatch. So the people that actually had a Swatch boutique close by, the people that were actually able to wait in line at that Swatch boutique and acquire one of these MoonSwatches, if those people weren't planning on keeping that, they potentially made a lot of money on sites like eBay. And again, that's bad for collectors, because collectors, they want to add something else to their, you know, to their collection. You know, they don't care about purchasing something and then flipping it on a site like eBay, but unfortunately a lot of people do. So this is very interesting from a marketing perspective, because, you know, you can see that Omega, obviously Swatch owns Omega, so this collaboration was easy, but you can see how a collaboration and simply utilizing the the design elements of the SpeedMaster, but packaging it in something that's very inexpensive to manufacture. But even with that being the case, just because of the marketing, that it's already, that these wristwatches are selling for hundreds of percent above MSRP, that's crazy. And it's not like it's a real, I don't want to say it's not a real wristwatch, but it's a battery operated watch that the movement isn't serviceable. You can change the battery. You can wear it wears out, it's done. It's not something that you can send to, say, Omega and say, hey, service my wristwatch. You buy it, you wear it, it's gone, when it wears out. So it's crazy that these are commanding such a premium, but it just goes to show that these prices on the secondary market aren't necessarily linked to the quality or perceived quality of a timepiece. It's all about the perceived demand. People are trying to rush out and get whatever the hard-to-find wristwatch is so that they can flip it on a site like eBay. So it's kind of crazy. And again, it's disappointing for collectors. I think it's cool to watch from the sidelines because, again, it just reinforces how marketing and branding can propel a price of a particular item. In this case, the MoonSwatch. A glorified plastic watch that's battery powered. It's going for a few $100 over MSRP on the secondary market. Now, hopefully that'll change, and hopefully Swatch will make these readily, not just available, but readily available for purchase on Swatch.com, and hopefully Omega will do the same. Maybe Omega will sell the MoonSwatch on the Omega website as well. But it's an interesting thing nevertheless, and it would be cool if they did make them available so people could actually purchase them. But, in essence, what's happened today, it's just been the market's been flooded with with these new watches that people just waited in a line at a retail store to acquire. So it's upsetting. Number one, I would never pay over retail. I would never pay over MSRP for a real wristwatch. I would never do that. I always get a discount. I'm a haggler. I'm a negotiator. I never buy something even close to retail. But the fact that people would even entertain the idea of paying over retail for a watch blows my mind. But the people that would actually pay well over retail for a watch that's not even a real watch. I mean, a real watch needs to be a mechanical piece, whether it's manually wound or automatic. A real watch needs that. It needs a quality movement. What people are paying for here is simply a glorified piece of plastic that uses a battery. I'm not saying they don't look cool. Don't get me wrong. But it's just crazy to see how pretty much anything can be introduced to the watch market, the wristwatch market, and how almost anything can be sold at a huge premium. And again, as I've said all along, I am not a flipper. So, if I had a Swatch store close by, I might have gone and said, hey, maybe I can get one. But when I saw more than 10 people in line, I would have turned around, which means I probably wouldn't have gotten one, even if I had a Swatch retailer close by. Now, when they go for sale online at MSRP from Swatch, I will probably pick one up just because of the cool factor and the fact that, I do operate timepieces for tomorrow, so I'm looking for content. I'm looking to grow my channel. Speaking of that, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell icon if you haven't already, and help me grow. Now, if you are with Swatch, or you are someone that has access to these Swatch Omega by Swatch MoonSwatches, and you'd like to send me one, that would be awesome, because I'd love to review it here on Timepieces for Tomorrow. So it's kind of interesting, but it's also sickening at the same time to see something like an Omega by Swatch MoonSwatch, which isn't a mechanical watch, sell at such premiums on secondary market sites like eBay. And they've got bids. They show bids. It's not like it's not actually selling or trying to be sold at that price. There's actually bids that are publicly visible. So Tell me what you think within the comment section below. Do you like the idea of the Omega by Swatch MoonSwatch? Tell me the good, the bad, the ugly. You know, you don't have to sugarcoat anything on this channel. You know, this is timepieces for tomorrow. We talk about wristwatches. We don't care what other people think. You know, we share our own opinions without any sort of filter. Tell me what you think below. Subscribe. Ring that bell icon. Oh, and check out Timepieces for Tomorrow merchandise. You can find that down below, and it is available to order online. So thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Thanks again for watching this video, and want to remind everyone, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. And if you've got a wristwatch or a wristwatch collection that you'd like for me to try to review with an upcoming video, send me an email, review@timepiecesfortomorrow.com. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.